Welcome to It Girl Era.
All right, guys, we are back.
We're back for like
Back
the fourth
at it.
time trying to record this episode. So hopefully the fourth time's the charm.
It's all good. Good vibrations only now. So
Good vibes.
this episode is really exciting. Whitney and I both have some tea to get spilt a little bit.
The tea is hot.
It's on fire. And if you watch or follow Whitney or I on social media on like Instagram or TikTok, we have been like talking a little bit about it, or kind of Whitney's been putting some stuff out there too. So I'm in a relationship now.
She just dropped it. She just dropped it like that. So nonchalantly. So I'm in a relationship.
And Whitney's got a guy that she's been talking to for how long now, Whit?
I don't know. Who's counting? We're not at 3 months yet. So my tea isn't as hot as yours.
Yeah.
So, okay. So how long have you, and did you say his name? James?
James. We'll say his name. His name is James.
How long have you guys been talking?
Gosh, I almost feel like, has it almost been like 4.5 months now, or
okay. I should say dating, because he's your boyfriend.
Yeah. So we've been talking for like 4.5 months, but like officially
at 3.
dating at like 3.5.
Okay. And how'd you meet him?
So this is wild because, and I absolutely do love our story. You guys know, like, we are the It Girls and It Girls.
It Girls. Both. We're both.
Right. And so he came across one of my ick videos, reels, and most men like are always like giving us shit and just like aren't about them because
they're
boys.
insecure.
They're insecure. And he DM'd me and was like, I love this. This is so funny. Like, I love your vibe. I like your page. I love the podcast. So he dropped my DMs and he discovered me through a reel on Instagram. So you just never know how you'll find someone.
He slid in.
He will say that I started following him first, but I'm pretty sure he was following me first. So
wait, is that why he DM'd you? You saw his stuff first?
No, like he liked and commented on like my ick reel.
Yeah.
And then I think I like went to his page and like liked a photo.
Oh, you played that game. Okay.
Yeah. And then I swear
I didn't know that.
I swear he like followed me first. And then like I followed him and then he slid into the DMs. But he says I followed him first. And I'm like, I don't think that's real. So because like when people engage on our stuff, we'll like a lot of times go and engage back,
If it's influencers.
Yeah, for sure. That's And especially on those like ick videos, most of the time guys are like being assholes. So
guys are hating any video pertaining to men being shady or like not good. They get triggered and we get a lot of hate. The guy I'm talking to, coincidentally, that's also how he found me. It was one of those videos that I posted. But
yeah, it's crazy, right?
It is.
So, I mean, which is great for us because our career and what we do is so important to us. And we want to be our authentic selves with whomever we're with. So the fact that they found us through our career and our passion is just wild and really cool. So yeah, so we're official and let's see. Okay, let's take the heat off.
It's out to the world.
It's out to the world.
Does that feel so good? You're like, oh my God, I have a boyfriend. I want to shout it from the rooftops.
I know. I haven't had a boyfriend in so long. I mean,
even though, how long has it been? Like a year?
Yeah, probably a year, a little over a year. So
yeah, that's so crazy.
Been on lots of dates, done, lots of chatting with different men that just didn't check the boxes, didn't meet the standard. And
it's so weird too. At our age, if like saying I have a boyfriend, like I don't have a boyfriend, but like just saying that feels so like high school. It's like
I
I'm
know.
not girlfriend material. I'm wife material. So there's that.
There's that. I mean, are we Facebook official? No, because is that even a thing
Is that
anymore?
even a thing anymore? I feel like it's Instagram officials more the thing now. Like, do
Yeah,
people
probably.
still put I'm in a relationship on Facebook? Is that a thing?
I
I
feel
feel
like
like
I've
that's not a
seen
thing.
it. I feel like I've seen it, but I'm never on Facebook. So
Yeah,
yeah.
we're good there. But anyways, okay, so you guys have been dating for like 4 or 5 months. We'll just call it that. Officially for like a little less than that. Like 3 months, 2 months, 1 month.
Like a month, like official for like a month, probably. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys went to Europe together.
Yes. So um he is just like I always say, like, where did you come from? You're like my dream guy. I manifested you. I prayed for you. And I did truly do all those things, you guys, so that I feel like manifesting is a real thing and holding your standards high. But we were just like at his house one night talking, having a glass of wine, and he had this like coffee table book, and it was about the Amalfi Coast in Italy. And he's like, let's go. And I was like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
And it kind of turned into this, yeah, we're going. And so he did all the planning.
I feel like
It's so
Europe is
good.
not one of those trips that you just go on a whim. And that's kind of what you guys did.
Yeah, it really was. Like I think everything was like booked within like a month. And like,
Yeah. Because I was with you
yeah,
and you're like, yeah, we're going to Europe. I'm like, when? And you're like, the end of September. I'm like, what? That's in like a few
yeah,
weeks.
I know. So he's so good at that. And like all my other past relationships, like even when I was married, I was always the planner. Like, and it's so stressful. Like, where do we stay? Flight,
Yeah.
schedule. Like, legit, I did not one thing. You guys, I feel so bad almost saying that, but like, he literally planned everything, the dinners, the flights, the taxis, everything. I just had to like show up and pack my bag. So, I mean, my
That's
biggest
how
stress was
that's how it should be.
I know. And my biggest stress was like, what do I wear?
Yeah.
And I'm very grateful for him because he truly like, and he enjoys doing that. So it's not like a stress for him. But if he wanted my input, like he's like, what do you think of this hotel, babe? And I'm like, yeah, that looks good. Like I'm super chill. So, anyways, it was fun. We were at the Amalfi Coast for part of the time. And then we flew to Paris, did the whole Paris thing. Of course, like it's the city of love and all of that. And it was like a beautiful experience. And we had so much fun. It was the longest I was away from my kiddos, which was really
Yeah.
hard.
So wait,
Um,
did he drop the L bomb? We need to know.
yes, the
He
L
did
bomb
in
has been
Europe
dropped. Before Europe. Yeah.
before Europe. Wait, so did you say it back?
Yeah, I did.
That man is
I know you guys. So crazy. Um,
crazy.
yeah, I mean, some of our good friends that knew that we were going and like Whitney were like, you're getting engaged. I'm like, you guys are wild. Like, that's not happening.
We
That did not happen.
we were like, I was seriously saying that because he said he was saving Paris for like somebody special or whatever the verbiage was.
Yeah.
So I was like, Amanda, you're getting engaged. You're gonna get engaged.
No. And like, I will tell you guys this, like, all these Instagram influencers and like just anyone that goes to Paris, they like hype up the Eiffel Tower. It was like not a vibe at all. Like it was like crowded and people are like trying to sell you shit and it was not romantic. So I'm going to say it. Like I'm going to come out here and say like, don't waste your time going to the Eiffel Tower. Like it literally is just like, ugh, like kind of dirty, I feel like.
Yeah.
So we did go, but it didn't even like work. Like it was supposed to twinkle and it didn't even like twinkle and go off. So
Ugh,
we
what a letdown.
I know it was a super letdown, but we did have a blast. So many cool experiences. Like Europe is beautiful in all the ways. The food is good. I mean, yeah, I loved the trip. So, I mean, enough about me. Let's talk about Chicago, man.
No,
Whitney.
nope, 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 nope. We are rewinding.
Oh
So
my gosh,
okay.
she's rewinding you guys.
So like
Take the
going
heat
back
off.
to like you and James, like what
Okay.
made him different?
Um, Oh my gosh, like everything about him. And you guys are like, what do you mean by that? I mean, he just literally checked all the boxes. There were so many guys that I had like gone on dates with or had, not dating, but just like talked to, and just
Yeah.
seemed like something was always missing with him. Right. And I know no one's perfect, but there is like going to be someone that's pretty close to perfect for everyone out there. And, um, yeah, we just hit it off. Like, I feel like he felt like my best friend really quick. And I think we did. So we met and I flew out to see him. Like, it was a week, like, I think a
Yeah.
week, and which is nuts and wild. But we did some Zoom calls. I think our first Zoom call was like, wasn't it like 7 or 6 hours
Yeah.
long?
I remember you telling me that because I think I text you at like midnight. You're like, I'm still talking to him. I'm like, what? What
Yeah.
is happening right now?
Yeah. So we did like this huge Zoom call, and Whitney hasn't been able to meet him yet. Like, I'm hoping she gets to meet him the end of the month. But my friends that have met him, they're like, this is so weird. He's like the male version of you, like the a male Amanda. And so I don't know, it just all like clicked, emotionally, physically, spiritually, like we're just really aligned. And he's so, so supportive of my career and my family and my friends, and the kids have met him, and the kids love him and adore him. And he does not have children of his own. He never has. And he blew me out of the water, like how good he is with the kiddos. So you
That's
guys know
amazing.
that was like so important to me. And this guy came in, he's like cooking and cleaning and doing homework with the kids. I'm like, who are you? Where did you come from? So obviously, like, I waited some time to like introduce the kids to him and make things official and stuff. And so far it's like going really great. And this is obviously like what Whitney and I have put so much energy into. And we want you guys to have relationships, that you're happy and fulfilled in. So, I mean, it's happening. It's here. And it's just like wild to think about it. So, kissed a lot of frogs.
Moral of the story, do not settle.
Don't settle,
Do not
because
settle.
someone is out there that's going to be pretty dang close to perfect for you.
Well, and so people always say, like, on Instagram, like dating coaches, whatever, like when you meet your person, you'll know because they'll be like the male version of
Yeah.
you, or if you're male, like female version. And it's like so many people that I know that are in like happy relationships, which honestly isn't that many. I shouldn't say so many people, but that's what they always say.
I
Like,
know.
is the male version of me.
And I never really, honestly, I haven't seen a lot of relationships like that. I will be honest, there's a few, but it all makes sense. And once I don't think I saw it right away until like other people said it to me. And then when we were in Europe, it was really funny because he's not an influencer. He doesn't do social media for a living. He does financing, or finance is what he's in. But
He's a
he
finance
follows,
bro.
yeah, he's a finance bro. 6'3", tall, dark hair. But I'm in Europe, right? It's beautiful. It's like breathtaking. I want to shoot content. I want to work. And a lot of my old boyfriends or situationships or exes like would get annoyed if I was working. And he was like like all about it. Like, actually he was like, okay, like wanted to like shoot content too. Like, he was all about it and like jumped right in, and it was so fun. Like, we laughed, we had fun. And I'm like, okay, it wasn't like, it didn't feel like I was working, or it didn't feel like I was like bothering him, right? Like, he was having just as much fun as I was. So I
He's
feel like that.
supportive.
Yeah. And it was like, he was like, at one point I was like setting up the tripod, and he like gets in front of the camera and is like, I'm like clicking, taking pictures of him. And he's like, this is fun. Like, I like this. So it's just crazy how when you meet someone, like, obviously naturally you want to like do what they do, or you want to like you're interested into like what they're into, right? Like if they're into
To some extent.
to some extent, you know,
if they're in finance, I'm not like
no,
super into that.
yeah, but like, you know, you do, especially in the beginning,
Yeah.
and stuff. But I'll honestly say, like, it didn't feel like unnatural. Like, it felt like he was like, everything just feels natural, and like we've known each other for a long time. So that's James. He's a
I
gem.
love that for you. I'm
Yeah,
so
thank
happy
you.
for you. I love this version. Like, we're so
Yeah,
excited to follow along on the journey and just see where things take you and
yeah,
how they unfold. It's going to be amazing.
yeah. It is. It is. And okay, so I'm turning the hot seat around. I'm putting
There's a
Whitney in the
fly.
hot seat. There's a fly.
There's a fly. There is. It's really annoying. So if you see me going like this, that's why.
It's Whitney's not schizo. She just has a fly in her
I'm
house.
not crazy.
So you have been talking to a man,
Oh man.
and we call him Chicago man because things are not official yet.
Yeah, we're not officially dating. We're just riding the wave. And I've always said that, like, I'm not putting pressure on like dating. I am keeping my standards where they are. And if somebody meets them, great. If not, great. I will say this is probably as far as I've gotten when it comes to dating in the past like year and a half or however long it's been since I've been in a relationship. This is as far as I've gotten with a man where I'm like, okay, there's not red flags as we approach like 3 months. So
Yeah.
he seems to like be checking a lot of the boxes. So that's good. And we're just riding the wave.
I love it. It's wild because obviously Whitney and I like share stories with each other about like these guys, and it just seems like a lot of things that James does, Chicago guy also does, and vice versa, like just their mannerisms and how they treat us. So green flags. And I love that because obviously being best friends, like I do feel like the type of man that we're looking for, you know, is aligning a little bit there, like the standards.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like there was a reel that Chicago man sent me and I showed Amanda. She's like, no way. I think James has sent me that before.
Yes.
Too. Like just weird stuff like that.
I know. So weird. But I mean, I'm so happy for you too, Whitney. And like, I did get to meet him though, you guys.
You did.
For a few hours.
Very briefly. God, when was that? Like a month ago, maybe?
Yes, like a month ago. And he seems super amazing, and he definitely totally adores you. So
yeah.
I mean,
that's how we want it, right?
We want it. Yes, we want princess energy.
Yes, queen energy.
So we have all this stuff going on with our lives when it comes to the men.
Yes.
And we're just like you said, like we are, like I'm official, but I'm still riding the wave in the sense of like I'm excited for the journey. I'm excited for what's to come and to see where things blossom to.
I know, we're excited for you.
And I'm excited for Whitney because maybe all of the shit and heartache and heartbreak and all the ups and downs and all of that, like maybe this is it for us. And we always want to be good examples for our listeners when it comes to holding your standards high in all relationship aspects and all parts of your life. So we've made a lot of mistakes in the past. I don't know if we want to call them mistakes, or
I would just say a lot of lessons. I will say too, like with Chicago man, like our communication is out of this world. Like I've never had such amazing communication, but I feel like dating, like in the last year, I've learned that I need to be a better communicator.
Mm-hmm.
So now I've learned that and brought that into whatever it is that I'm building here now. So it's like everything does happen for a reason. And like we always say, like rejection is redirection. And it's so true.
Absolutely. And every relationship or situationship or whatever you want to call it, we've been in the past, we've always taken something away from that and grown from it. And I remember this was so weird. Like the last guy I was like in a situationship before I met James, like I thought he was my dream guy, my perfect guy. Like he checked all the boxes, but like a few of them. And then when James came in, he like checked those missing boxes. And I was like, okay, like,
But
wow,
with that guy, I'm not going to say his name, but
Miami.
there were
There
red
were
flags.
red flags before that. But like, as far
Yeah.
as like, if we were just going to say like boxes, like he did
Yeah.
check a lot of the boxes. Um, but the one thing I will say is like the whole time I've been talking to James and we've been hanging out and in a relationship now, I've never once had anxiety about like I've never felt insecure. I've never once been like, why hasn't he called me? Does he like me? Is he into this? Like I've never felt that one bit. And I can say that that is so new to me
Yeah.
because in even like my marriage and my serious relationship after my marriage, I had felt that throughout. And
Yeah.
I hope and pray it continues. But I do think because I've done the self work, we both have, Whitney and I, to get into a secure place. And we're so confident with who we are that it's, you know, that highest level of self love that you can be at. And
Well, and
and
for me, it's like just not being attached to any outcome. Like
yes,
when I meet somebody new, it's like I don't go into a first date thinking like, okay, this is my forever person. I'm just there to have fun. And if it turns into something great, if it doesn't, great. Like I'll be okay either way. And I think when I learned that and grasped that mindset was when I started attracting better men into my life,
yeah,
honestly. And like, I don't know. It's working for me. Everybody always wants me to meet their family.
yeah. I know that
We
is
have
so
a
funny.
joke
So
about that.
so Whitney did take a little weekend getaway trip
Yeah.
last weekend or the weekend before to meet Chicago guy, and she went to a benefit, right?
Yeah, it was a charity event that his sister is super involved with and whatever. So I met his sister, one of his sisters, and like she was great, so cool. And we're still talking, which isn't my norm. Typically,
She,
like I'll meet a family member or whatever, and then it's like, okay, bye.
it's so funny because like it's the ongoing joke
It
that
is.
Whitney does meet the family, and then after she meets the family, like shit goes down south.
Right.
Like they break
It's
up
happened
or
multiple
stop
times.
talking. Yeah.
Yeah, multiple
So
times. That's like it is a joke, like in the with my friends. Like, okay, you're
yeah.
gonna meet his family, so it's pretty soon you're gonna stop talking.
So nice to meet you, Chicago man.
Yeah,
Bye.
but peace out. But
No.
yeah, we're still talking. So
Yeah.
this is new territory.
I love it. You
Yeah,
guys, all the fun things are happening.
all the fun
The
things.
tea is spilled. The tea is out.
The tea is out. Yeah, Amanda's officially off the market. How does
What?
it feel?
Feels good.
It
Honestly,
feels good.
I'm really my heart is full and I'm I'm excited to continue like our journey of helping others and you know helping others find their happiness, their
Yeah,
love and being a inspiration or a good role model to others and to my kids and to you know my friends or whomever
yeah.
it is
Well, and to
but
our current listeners too. Like I
yeah,
can't even like express my gratitude for
I
that. Like
know
the
you guys are
outpouring
amazing.
amount of messages and love that we have gotten since we started chapter 2 is like so mind-blowing to me. It's like crazy. It's like we don't even realize like for us this started as a passion project. We don't
Mhm.
realize how many lives we're impacting and it's like all these messages and stuff. It's like It means
Yeah.
the world that you're sharing and opening up to us, telling us, like you changed my life or my viewpoint, or like I left my horrible relationship because of you guys. You gave me motivation. I had a friend tell me this like 2 weeks ago. I never even told you that, Amanda.
Oh
You
my
know her.
goodness. Yeah.
I'll tell you off here, but like she's like, I finally left my shitty relationship
Yeah.
because of you girls. And
Yeah.
it's like, I have chills right now. It's like, that's the most rewarding thing. And it's
Mhm.
like, I want to continue to go on and do that and share our stories and like help you girls see, and men, women, it's like there is light at the end of the tunnel. It's like everybody deserves their happy ending. And if you're not happy, like life is so short. It's not worth staying in trying to make something work that's not working for you or that doesn't make you happy.
Yeah. Fulfillment. We need to find that fulfillment and be at a high vibration. And
Exactly.
so many people forget about that. And we want you all to be the it girl, and you all are the it girl and it guy. And that's kind of part of this chapter too, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Whitney
Iggy
and I,
gang.
yeah, it's like Whitney and I have been through it all. And like to see I mean, I'm going to say we're just like, the girl next door, right? It's like anyone can rise above all the shit and come out on top. It's going to take some work and some support, but we're here to support you, hype you up, and motivate you. Be your biggest cheerleader. And that's what's so fulfilling. The messages, and I love when people do share their story with us, because some people don't have like a support system, and they do
Right.
truly are. So it's like, share it with us. Like, we will take the time to like message you back and give you the best advice we have, or maybe direct you to a podcast episode in the past that we've had that would really be helpful for you.
Yep.
Um, because at the end of the day, like, your happiness should be number one. So yeah, it's been
Agreed.
awesome.
So well said. We're
Yeah.
so happy for you. I know all the Iggy girls and guys are so
Yes.
happy for you too. We're so excited to watch this relationship Amanda era unfold. Thanks for sharing with